Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, and a very good evening to all of you. First of all, let me express my pleasure for being given the opportunity to share a couple of ideas and views. Guru Nanak's concept of God is the topic that I will be speaking on. Everyone has his own concept of God. And I think there are as many facets of God as there are humans in search of Him and more. Just like there are many facets of the sun. It's the same sun, but the facets are multiple and fascinating indeed. Yet, all we need to enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, all we need to enjoy the beauty, all that we need to enjoy the warmth of the sun and the presence of everything around us, it's a single ray. It's a single ray of the sun coming into our living rooms. The single ray brings in the beauty. And it's this single ray of the sun that brings in the warmth. Again, the single ray brings in the presence of the sun. But it's not just about the ray. The ray of light has the capacity to make everything around us become beautiful and warm. We do not need the entirety of the sun. It's a silly child who will tell his mother, "Mom, the ray is beautiful, but I need the entire sun to come into my living room." That's not possible and that's not necessary. Guru Nanak says, just like the sun, the entirety of the Creator is beyond our realization. Sri Rag Mahalla Pehla, Tu Daryao Dana Bina. I am merely a fish in this unfathomable ocean that is you, the Creator. Main machli kaise ant lahan, how can I ever fathom you in your entirety? All we need is one ray, one facet, and one practical aspect of the Creator. The one aspect that will bring in the presence of the Creator within us and bring out the beauty of the human being within us. The one facet that would create the warmth towards humanity around us. One aspect that we can realize, that we can inculcate, the one aspect of the Creator that we all can become. That one aspect of the Creator, Guru Nanak calls it Naam. Literally, it means the name. But the Creator has no proper name in Sikhi. And He has all the names in Sikh philosophy. Every name of the Creator is a descriptive one. Every name of the Creator is an adjective. Every name of the Creator, ladies and gentlemen, is one virtue of the Creator. That's the ray that we need to let into the window of our heart, the window of our mind and our soul. So Guru Nanak's concept of God, to the extent that it matters to us as human beings, to the extent that it contributes towards the betterment and the enrichment of humanity around us, to the extent that it is relevant to mankind, to the extent that it can be practiced in our lives on a daily basis, to the extent that it can be lived, Guru Nanak's concept of God is that God is divine virtues. In Guru Nanak's view, the realization of God within us is the realization of divine virtues within us. The realization of God within us is the internalization of divine virtues. It's the inculcation of divine virtues. It is the practicing of divine virtues. It is the becoming of the divine virtues. This is the seminal verse of Guru Nanak. Let me try and see if I can just sing it out for you. Suraja Kirana Mela. Suraj is the sun. Kiran is the ray. Suraja Kirana Mela. Jalka Jal hua Ram. Suraja Kirana Mela. A ray of the sun. Jal ka jal hua Ram. Transforms water to water. What does it mean? There is this frozen, cold, hard and unbreakable form of water. The icy cold, stone hard and steel like unbreakable form of water. The mighty structure that is 9 times below than that we can see above. The colossal structure that sunk one of mankind's greatest creations, the Titanic. And there is this soft and malleable, warm and cleansing liquid form of water. The form that is life and the lifeline of life itself. The form that is vital as a commodity for every living thing. It is the same water, just different in form. And then there is this gaseous form of water that rises high into the skies and rains down water where it is needed, transporting a vital commodity to where it is needed most. And this momentous transformation is done by the single ray of a sun. Hence Guru Nanak says, Suraja Kirana Mela. Jal ka jal, water to water. Transformation of water from one form into another does not need the entirety of the sun. All it needs is one single ray of the sun. Similarly, Guru Nanak says, ladies and gentlemen, the ray of divine virtues transforms an icy, cold human heart into a soft, warm human heart. The ray of divine virtues transforms an ego-frozen human mind into a loving and caring human mind. A ray of divine virtues transforms our self-absorbed conscience into a humanistic one. The ray of divine virtues further elevates the human mind, the human heart, and the human soul into the higher realms, into the heights necessary to rain down humanity on our fellow human beings. A ray of divine virtues elevates the human conscience into the heights that allow us to share divine virtues where they are needed most, to shower kindness, to shower love, and to shower compassion on all things living and on all human beings. And the transformation is done by realizing a single aspect of the Creator. Just like a single ray of the sun transforms a frozen iceberg into water and then elevates it into the clouds. Our realization within ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, says Guru Nanak, and our becoming a single aspect of the Creator, His divine virtues, that single ray, that single aspect of the Creator transforms our egoistic, self-centered, material-fixated minds, hearts, and souls into a divine human being. Guru Nanak says, if allowed to come into our hearts and minds, it will illuminate the human conscience, that ray of divine virtues. It will humanize and illuminate the human conscience. It will allow us to realize our original purpose as bestowed to us by the Creator, to realize the fullest potential towards mankind of our conscience. Jyoti Jyotrali. Parsha says, when the divine ray of virtues of the Creator illuminates my conscience gets illuminated. But we will have to open the window first to allow the beautiful ray of the sun to come in. Whatever that will be illuminated is already there. Whatever needs to be illuminated is already there. It has been there all along. Only the ray must be let in to allow the illumination to take place. And Guru Nanak says in his seminal verse, Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai Pi Sach, Nanak Hosi Pi Sach. Aad with a Sihari means the beginning, the point of conception. This is not about the Creator. The Creator has no point of conception, the Creator has no beginning. Because beginning is tied to time, and the Creator in Sikhi is called timeless. So this verse should not, cannot, must not apply to the Creator, it applies to the human being, to us. Such Akal Purukh, the Creator, so the Creator of Guru Nanak is the divine virtues. Jugad, following Aad, following conception. Happy here and now, Hosi, through existence. So the meaning of this verse, the Creator in the divine virtues is within me from my Aad. He is within me, the divine virtues have been within me in the form of a conscience. Since conception and following conception, He is within me here and now, Nanak. He is within me throughout my existence. Guru Nanak says the Creator is already within me, within all of us, in the form of life itself within us, in the form of my conscience, in the form of divine virtues within me. And all I need is to let the enlightenment in, the enlightenment that I need to live my life divinely, the enlightenment that I need to empower the voice of my inner conscience and not to silence my conscience, the enlightenment that I need to live the divine virtues, to practice the divine virtues, and to become the divine virtues. So, ladies and gentlemen, the concept of God in Guru Nanak Sikhi, God is divine as divine virtues, and the term that Guru Nanak uses is Naam. And God realized it's living the divine virtues, what we call Naam Japana. And there are a variety of terms we use, Naam Japana, Naam Di Kamai, Naam Da Abhyas. And we have all reduced this to just mere chanting, but it's not chanting, it's living the divine virtues, because Naam itself, in Guru Nanak's terminology, is the divine virtues. And the divine virtues, in the ultimate analysis, the realization of the Creator within us, the realization of God within us, is to become the divine virtues. Naam Japana, Naam Di Kamai, Naam Da Abhyas. The ultimate source of every ray is the sun. Every ray that comes our way comes from the sun. When every ray comes from the sun and goes back to the sun, the ultimate source of every virtue is the divine. And Parsha says, Jyoti Jyotrali Sampurna Thiya Ram. And when the ray that originates from the sun comes into my bedroom, then my bedroom gets illuminated by the sun through the ray. And Parsha says, when the divine virtues, in the form of a ray of the Creator, comes into and illuminates my conscience, then I become Sampuran. Sampuran means complete, it means perfect, it means I become the exact intended human being that I was intended to be by my Maker and by my Creator. Every virtue comes from the divine, and every virtue leads to the divine. Jyoti Jyotrali Sampurna Thiya Ram. We become divine by becoming the virtues. Question is, where do we find the Creator? Where do we find these divine virtues? And I'm going to end with a couple of verses from the scriptures, Holy Guru Granth Sahib Ji. This is on page 684. Kahe re, why, O mind, ban khojan jai, search outside in the wilderness. Why are we searching for divinity outside? Why are we searching for the Creator outside? Because searching for the Creator who is actually within us outside is to search in the wilderness. And Parsha says in the next verse, Sarbanivasi, he resides in all. Sada alepa tohi sang samai, he resides within me and within you as well. And Parsha then gives us two beautiful illustrations, two examples to explain this concept of the divinity that is always within us, that is within us from the point of conception to the point we pass on. It is always there. All we need to do is open the window of illumination and let it in. Parsha says, Pohop mad jeo bas basat hai. Pohop is a flower. Mad within. Bas fragrance. Basat resides. Just like fragrance resides within a flower, it is not to be found outside a flower, not in the wilderness, it's to be found within the flower. Another illustration, Mukkar mahe jaise shahi. Mukkar is a mirror. Jaise, just like shahi, an image, just like a image is within a mirror. And he says, Taise, just like that, Taise hi har basai nirantara kat hi khojo pai. Similarly, the Creator and divinity and divine virtues, they reside within us. That is where we will find Katahi Khojo Pai, means we are supposed to research and find the divinity within us, to find the divine virtues within us, to realize the divine virtues within us, and to become the divine virtues within us. In essence then, ladies and gentlemen, God defined by Guru Nanak is divine virtues, or what we call Naam. God realized to live the divine virtues, Naam Japana, and the practicality of a spirituality of this nature is something that is doable, something that is livable, something that is achievable, something that is beneficial to me, to you, to us, ourselves, our family, humanity, and mankind. And I believe this is not a message for which the entirety of ownership can be claimed just by Sikhi. This is a message that is common to all divine seekers, and this is the message I think is going to bring us all together. Because at the end of the day, it is about divinity. We come from divinity, we live divinity, and we shall be divinity. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the wonderful opportunity to speak with you. Thank you for your kind attention. And in the event that you would like more information on today's topic and you would like to explore the views that I've been presenting before you, you're most welcome to visit these two websites. So once again, thank you very much for your kind attention. It's been a pleasure speaking with you and sharing my views. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.